Hey guys, it's Manda Panda and I'm back with another 5 Nights at Freddy's custom My Little Pony tutorial. You guys have been requesting this so much in the comments, so today I am going to be making a pony inspired by Bonnie from 5 Nights at Freddy's. To make this custom, I am going to be using this really cool articulated Miss Pommel pony, and I'm using a little bit of acetone to remove any markings on her body, and I am also removing her eyelashes. Now I need to remove all of Miss Pommel's original hair to give Bonnie purple hair later on. So I am grabbing this head and twisting it very, very hard to the side until it pops right out of that neck plug. Now I'm going to take a pair of large scissors and cut off the majority of the hair as much as I can. And then I'm going to switch over to these really teeny tiny little nail scissors and cut her hair as close to the scalp as I possibly can. This just makes it easier to pull the hair out. So she got her hair cut. Now we need to remove the neck plug. I am going to be using my X-Acto knife, and I'm going to make a series of really small cuts all the way around the edge of the neck plug and then just pull it right out with my pliers. And you can see all the hair roots and glue on the inside of the head, so just reach in there with your pliers or tweezers and pull all of those clumps of hair and glue out until the head is completely bald and ready to be customized. Now to remove the tail, I'm going to take my small scissors and cut off all of the tail, getting as close to the body as I possibly can. And then I'm going to take those scissors, cut down as much as I can, and then push the remaining parts of the tail into the pony body, and it should fit in there. It should all disappear. And it did, so that looks really good. It's prepped and ready. Let's get painting. For the base, I am going to be using 2 shades of nail polish, a dark purple and a light creamy purple. I'll put the names down in the description box below. So I'm going to take these nail polishes and I'm going to layer them onto the pony to really give Bonnie that beat up, worn in look just like in the game. So I'm taking that dark purple and I'm going to give the head 2 coats, and I am not painting the eyes in. So once the 2 coats are completely dried, it should look like this. And now I'm going to switch over to that creamy, dirty looking purple, and my nail polish brush does not have a lot of paint on it, and that's the way I want it. I am kind of dabbing this brush onto the head, and you can see how it's creating a really washed out effect. It's streaky and it looks kind of ugly, but that's what I want. And to achieve that, make sure that there's not too much paint on your brush. And I'm going to repeat those 2 steps onto the body. So 2 layers of the dark purple and 1 layer of the light purple, using that method with a little bit of paint to create all of those streaks. The paint on the head is completely dried, so I am going to start working on Bonnie's ears. Using an X-Acto knife, I am very carefully cutting off the tips of both ears because I am going to reshape them to look more like a rabbit ear, just like Bonnie's. So the tips have been cut off. The pony looks really sad, but I'm going to use some sugrue to create those bunny shaped ears. I'm taking a little piece of the sugrue. I'm going to run it through my fingers to soften it up, and I am going to mold it into the shape of a rabbit ear. And I've used my X-Acto knife to cut it about halfway up, and I am just going to wrap that around the pony's real ear and then use my finger to smooth all of this on. So this is what my ear looks like. Bonnie's ears have two sections to them, so I'm using my X-Acto knife and I'm going to cut off the tip of my newly shaped ear, and I am going to then smooth out the top and the bottom of both pieces and then put them back together so that way it looks like there's a joint in the ear just like Bonnie has. So I'm just going to repeat this process on the other side and then paint the ear the same color as the head. Going in with some light purple, I am filling in the center pieces of Bonnie's ear, and I made this color by mixing some white nail polish and some of that light purple nail polish. Using the same color, I am going to fill in the nose mouth area right here, just like Bonnie has. And then switching over to acrylic paint, I'm going to start working on Bonnie's eyes. Using some white acrylic paint, I am just going to redefine the entire eye area. And this is going to take me 2 coats of paint to get a nice opaque coverage. For Bonnie's eyes, I selected this pinky purpley color. And then I'm going to go in with black to define the eye and make the purple area smaller. Then I'm going to take my dotting tool and give Bonnie 2 light reflections in her eye. I'm also going to outline the entire eye with black, but I had to do that off camera because it's really hard to do those really small, fine lines on camera. I'm going in with black acrylic paint, giving Bonnie the little nose in the shape of a triangle, and then I'm going to use my smallest dotting tool and give Bonnie just a few little black spots on the side of the nose where whiskers would be coming out of. And then I'm going to line the bottom of the mouth with black, and I might give Bonnie some teeth later on. I haven't decided yet. Now I'm going to give Bonnie some more distressing. To do this, I am taking a dry paintbrush and a little bit of black acrylic paint because a little bit goes a long way here. And in all of the joints, I am going in with that black and I am feathering it out. And this really gives the effect of being beat up and worn in. So all the joints are going to get this distressed effect. I'm also going to add it to the bottom of the neck here using a dry flat brush. And this head looks really, really neat. That's all the detailing I'm gonna give it. Now it's time to seal in all of my work. To do that, I am going to cover the entire head with a layer of clear nail polish. And if you want a matte look, you could always seal this with some type of acrylic sealant. Now it's time for hair. I selected the color hematite from dollyhair.com. It is a really steely gray purple color, and I thought it was perfect. If you compare it to a real purple, you can see the difference where hematite is dull and a purple would just be too vibrant. So I thought this was absolutely perfect. I've taken the hair and I've cut it into sections that are 1/6 the original length. So I usually do 1/4. This is 1/6, so it's a little bit shorter than what I normally use for my ponies. I am just catching it on the end of my rerouting tool here. And since that is a pronged needle, it is very sharp. So you grab the head and decide what hole you want that little plug of hair to go into. Push down, and that hair will anchor itself into the head, and you can see it on the inside just like that. So I'm going to repeat that process about halfway up the head. Now, normally I do the whole head, so for this particular custom, I am trying a new hairstyle because a lot of you guys didn't like the way I did the hair on Foxy, so I thought I would try something different for Bonnie to really make the hair look a little shorter, a little more boyish. So there it is, about halfway. You can see I stopped right about where the ears stops, so I'm gonna fill in the other side, and that's all of the hair I'm gonna put on this particular pony. I am going to secure all the hair on the inside using my no-sew glue. I'm going to pour the glue directly inside of the head and then use a Q-tip to evenly distribute that glue in there. Once that glue has completely dried, it is time to style Bonnie's hair. I'm taking a little bit of clear Elmer's glue on my finger and I'm spreading it on the top of the head and a little bit on the forehead. Then I'm gonna grab that hair and pull it forward. So we're kind of giving Bonnie a comb over. So the glue is going to secure all of this hair in place. Put the hair wherever you want it. If you want a little bit to go on the side, you can place some on the sides. And then I'm gonna secure it with a twist tie. And what the twist tie does is make sure that none of this hair moves, and as it dries, it's gonna secure itself in the exact place that you have it. That's it for the head. Let's start working on the body. Using the same color that I used for Bonnie's ears and nose, I am going to give Bonnie a little light colored section on the chest, and I'm gonna run that color all the way down to the bottom of the pony's body. Using the same technique with black acrylic paint and a dry paintbrush, I am just gonna go in and feather black on every single joint to give the pony the distressed look that I am going for. And that's all the detailing for the body. So after all the black is in, you can go ahead and seal the body. I'm going to be using a coat of clear nail polish. Once the nail polish has dried, it is time for the tail. So I've taken some of the leftover hair from the head. So this is 1/6 the original length, and I folded it in half and twist tied it very securely right in the middle, and I am going to squirt some Gorilla Glue directly into the tail hole. Press that twist tie into the tail hole, and then using the blunt end of a paintbrush or a dotting tool, you can just push that tail in, and the glue, once it dries, will completely secure it in place. Using my pliers, I'm going to reattach the neck plug and then use some Gorilla Glue to attach this little bow that I made earlier out of the leftover Sugru from the ears. I'm going to put some more Gorilla Glue around the neck, reattach the head, and here is the completed custom inspired by Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's. And I love the shade of purple. It is like a dirty gray purple, really matches that distressed, beat up Bonnie from the game. Which Five Nights at Freddy's custom should I make next? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial and use it to make your own custom Bonnie pony. Thank you so much for watching, little pandas. Until next time, bye! So now Bonnie can hang out with Chica and Foxy. If you have not seen those custom pony tutorials, make sure you check them out. I'll link them down below. You can follow me online to get the latest news and updates. Like my Facebook page, facebook.com/Manda Panda Toy Collector, or follow me on Instagram at Manda Panda Toy Collector. Want to mail me something? Guess what? You can. Mail it to Manda Panda, P.O. Box 2855, Humble, Texas 77347.